Goosekit crouched in the ferns, not daring to breathe. He could hear paw steps coming closer on the hard-packed earth, and the soft noise of his stalker tasting the air. "I know you're in there," a voice growled. Goosekit tensed, ready to push himself deeper into the ferns. But there was a rattle of fronds, and a dark red shape appeared in front of him with a yellow of triumph. "Found you!" Poppycat declared. Her amber eyes shone. "Great hiding place, Goosekit. The smell of Cloudberry's herbs really hid your scent." Goosekit followed her out of the ferns, shaking shreds of greenery from his fur. Behind them, a voice rapped, "Are you kids playing hide-and-seek near my den again? I've told you not to flatten those ferns. They keep out the drafts." Poppycat rolled her eyes. "Cloudberry's such a grump. I bet she never played when she was a kid." Goosekit nodded. Playing probably wasn't allowed back then." "Hey, you found him!" Herringkit called out from the half-tree outside the apprentices' den. All the apprentices were out on patrol, and it was too cloudy for the elders to bask outside, so the kits had the clearing to themselves. Moonkit jumped from the tree stump. "Your turn to look for us, Goosekit," she called. "No peeking." Goosekit stood at the base of the half-tree, faced the round brown bark, and closed his eyes. He flexed his toe in turn, letting the tip of his claws press briefly into the earth. Then, when he had tested each claw, he opened his eyes and turned around. The clearing was empty apart from Fallow-Song, Daisy Toe's denmate, rolling a ball of soiled bedding out of the nursery. "They seem determined to find the best hiding places," she purred to Goosekit. "Good luck." Goosekit ran into the nursery first. His legs felt strong, and he could feel new muscles flexing underneath the pelt on his shoulders. In 2 moons, he would become an apprentice. He couldn't wait to start learning how to hunt and fight so he could be a great warrior like his father, Rooktail. But he didn't want to learn from Stormpaw like his sister, Moonkit. She had stars in her eyes whenever she looked at that big-headed apprentice. No, Goosekit wanted to learn from ThunderClan's best warriors, like Rooktail or even Dostar herself. He slipped quietly into the nursery and looked around. It was dark and musty inside, full of warm scents of milk and fur. Daisy Toe was out on patrol, and without the queens inside, no den looked much larger. Goosekit poked his muzzle into a heap of bedding. No sign of his den mates there. He rolled around and headed back into the clearing. His ears caught a faint sound from High Rock, just past the entrance to Dostar's den. Goosekit stared at the spot and opened his jaws to taste the air. The breeze carried a faint, familiar scent to him. He marched forward and pushed aside a prickly tendril that curled around the base of the rock. Rabbitkit and Poppykit blinked at him. "That was quick," Rabbitkit meowed. "We thought you'd never find us here." "I heard you moving around," Goosekit replied. Poppykit scowled. "That was Rabbitkit," she complained. "I sat on a nettle." Goosekit twitched his tail. "Go hide by the half-tree while I find the others." He stood outside Dostar's den and gazed around the clearing, looking for branches that were moving too fast for the breeze or flashes of pale fur between the leaves. Poppykit and Rabbitkit had stomped over to the half-tree and were lying beside it. "Hey!" A low voice caught Goosekit's attention. A young black and white Tom was beckoning to him from the shadows beside the warrior's den. "Are you looking for 2 kids?" Goosekit nodded. The dark brown Tom went behind the elder's den, meowed the Tom. "And I think the other one go into those ferns." Goosekit's fur spiked. If Cloudberry caught Moonkit beside her den, they'd be in big trouble. "Thanks," he called to the black and white cat. He bounded to the elder's den and squeezed beside it, screwing up his eyes so that they didn't get poked by thorns. He almost fell over Herringkit, who was trying to make himself invisible by crouching behind a clump of thistles. "Watch out!" Herringkit protested, wiggling out the way. "Sorry," Goofkit puffed. "At least I found you. Go join the others by the half-tree. I need to find Moonkit." He turned around, not easy in the tiny, prickly space, and struggled back into the clearing. He could see the tips of some ferns waving beside the rock that sheltered the medicine cat's den. Goosekit hoped that he would find Moonkit before Cloudberry did. He ran over to the tunnel that led to the dense ferns and stuck his head between the pale green stalks. "Moonkit, are you in there?" There was no reply. Goosekit sighed and pushed his way in. The scent of fresh and dried herbs was overwhelming this close to the medicine den, and it was impossible to pick any other scent. But he spotted a tiny paw print in a damp patch of earth, and a dent at the stalks of some ferns, as if something had brushed past not long ago. He followed the trail and spotted pale gray fur growing among the greenery. "I see you, Moonkit," he called softly. There was a hiss of annoyance, and his sister started heading towards him. "Come on, before Cloudberry sees us," Goosekit urged. He turned and began pushing through the ferns just as a stir of movement close by suggested that Cloudberry had poked her head out of the den. "Goosekit? Swiftpaw, is that you?" the old cat called, ducking his head. Goosekit nudged past Moonkit, past the last clump of stalks and into the clearing. "I can't believe you found me so quickly," Moonkit wailed. "You found all of us too quickly," meowed Herringkit, narrowing his eyes. "I bet you cheated." "I did not," Goosekit protested. His fur grew hot. He hadn't asked the black and white cat to help him. Any of the others could have been told where he was hiding when it was their turn to look. "You must have," Poppykit insisted. "You didn't look anywhere besides where we were hiding." "I told you that I heard Rabbitkit move." "I don't believe you," Poppykit hissed. "I don't want to play with you anymore." "Me neither," huffed Herringkit. He deliberately turned his back on Goosekit. "Come on, let's play something else without him." Moonkit shot Goosekit an apologetic look. "Does seem like you cheated," she whispered. Goosekit flattened his ears. "Whatever, I don't want to play with you anyways." He stomped towards the nursery. Maybe he'd find an elder to tell him more stories about Leopard Clan and Tiger Clan. Those were real adventures, not like stupid games of hide and seek. There was a rattle of branches as the patrol returned through the gorse tunnel. Goosekit sat down in the shadows beside his den and watched the long-legged, powerful-looking warriors spill into the clearing. Cloudberry puffed her way out of the ferns to meet them. "Is all right on the border, Windflight?" she asked the gray tabby who was sniffing at the fresh kill pile. Windflight nodded. "Two-Leg Place was as quiet as 4 trees at new moon," he commented. "Those cats we chased off 2 sunrises ago hasn't dared show their noses again." He lifted his head and looked around the clearing. "Is Swiftpaw back? I want to take her out for some battle training with Hairpounce and the Adderpaw." Cloudberry narrowed her eyes. "I assumed she'd met up with you and joined the patrol. I haven't seen her since she left." "No, she didn't join us. I thought you told her to French comfortably and come straight back," Windflight meowed. A dark ginger cat with a white muzzle trotted up to them. "Are you talking about Swiftpaw? Is something the matter?" "Nothing to worry about, Flashnose," Windflight meowed. "Swiftpaw's taking longer than we expected to fetch herbs, that's all." Flashnose turned in a tight circle. "She went out before we did. Something must have happened to her." Windflight nodded, her rump with the tip of her Windflight touched her rump with the tip of his tail. "She'll be fine. She's almost a warrior now, and she's smart enough to take care of herself, just like her mother," he added.